Hey everyone. Hope you're having a good day or morning whenever you see this. It is currently 6:52 a.m. I just woke up. And apparently overnight there was a trailer, some character trailers that were revealed. We have one for Super Saiyan Goku, one for Piccolo, which of course we already know from the beta. I'll probably upload those like at another point because they're not really that high priority. But this one is. We get information on first form Frieza, which is very exciting. I'm excited to
Peggy
talk
12.
about him. He seems really interesting. So far, probably the most
My power level is
complex character in the game.
530,000. But to keep things fair, I'll refrain from using all of my power. Do
So, a
it.
scene right there,
I'm
for
gonna
the
prove you
most
to
part,
bullshit!
it's
Give it to
Frieza's Ki
him!
Blast for normals. But
Look, beautiful, isn't
you
it?
can
A
send out
rare
Zarbon and
gem
Dodoria
indeed.
individually, which is very interesting. I'm excited to see that.
Zarbon, Dodoria, it's time.
And now they'll go into details about him. So Frieza is a technical or support character. He's his main gimmick is that he moves around of Zarbon to Doria, and you command them to certain locations on the map. So increases your normal movement speed when you're in flying mode, and you can't be stopped during attacking, which is really huge. And you can see that with the Kamehameha here, actually. He just runs right through it. That is going to be so helpful in big team fights and all of this such because sometimes obviously especially I think during pushes against the God of Destruction because obviously you'll be able to escape from combat actually instead of having to just die afterwards if you get teamed up on. So that's going to be really helpful. Now, obviously, once it's used up, it does go away and has to go on cooldown, but nonetheless, that's still a really cool passive. And the fact that you also have increased flight speed, he might be the fastest character in the game. Next is the first skill, Show Them Zarbon. You position Zarbon, specifically you position him. Now, it doesn't actually really show that like if you can move him somewhere or if he's just in front of you. But I'm guessing from the wording that you can move him around. Like, you can place him specifically in certain places, which would be really nice. And what he does is he fires a large energy blast at them. Um, and when it hits an enemy, it lowers their strike defense. Now, I believe that still affects Frieza's, Ki Blast normals, but it might not. I think after thinking about it, no, it probably doesn't. I think it only affects like melee attacks, obviously, because it's strike. But nonetheless, that's still really helpful for a lot of characters. Like, for example, like let's say you pair Frieza here with Cooler or Goku, or characters that do their melee combos instead of Ki Blast combos. It'll make their attacks do more damage. And as you see, it's not just a one-time blast here. He'll do multiple blasts. Keep targeting between each opponent. The second skill is called Crush Them Dodoria. And similar to Zarbon, you replace him somewhere. But in this time, he does a lunge tackle like a headbutt. Um, and what's really nice about this one is it pushes the enemy super far away. Um, and that's its gimmicks. Like, look how far away it pushes them, and that just keeps them away. They can't get close. So that's going to make Frieza really difficult to kill. And then finally, as seen here, Imperial Decree is his third skill. He basically makes a massive AoE effect field that moves with him, that increases your everyone's movement speed but also increases the attack speed of Zarbon and Dodoria, which is really nice. Um, and if you now down here, what's interesting is if all allies, Zarbon or Dodoria, are nearby when the skill is activated, the effect will last longer. Meaning that probably means that you can send out Dodoria and Zarbon at the same time to distract the enemy and just leave. You don't have to be around them. You can just leave, and if you activate this skill while they're not near you, then the radius is going to be a lot smaller, but you still do get the movement speed buff. So you can have some interesting tactics there with that. But as shown here, the attack speed just massively increases with Zarvandador. It's kind of nuts. And finally, his ultimate or super attack is the Supernova. It is a charging ultimate. The longer you charge it, the bigger the blast. I think it's massive. And it does attack down for all enemies. So overall, I think Frieza looks really
There, I'll
good.
refrain from using
He
all
might
of
take a
my power.
technical, he might be the hardest character to master at the moment that we
I'm
know
gonna
of.
throw you to pieces!
Definitely more complex than anyone in the beta, as far as I'm concerned.
Look,
But he
beautiful,
does
isn't it?
look
A
really
rare
fun.
gem indeed.
And a really, really good support. Given the massive movement speed buff,
Zarbon,
especially
Dodoria,
early on in
it's
fights,
time.
to help your team get the points faster, is going to make a world of difference. And then the nice thing too is again, you can set down Zarbon and Dodoria. Let's say if you're going against a God of Destruction, you can set Zarbon and Dodoria down. Excuse me, and they'll just attack the enemies for you, keeping them at bay, while you and your allies do damage to the God of Destruction with your Gekishin Impact, I think they call it. So yeah. Anyways, it's gonna be the video. Hope you all have a good day. Take care.